And welcome to Connect Live. I'm Dawn Peters, and here in the studio today we have Brian Roberts, CEO of Croy Connect and a Vistage chair. So welcome, Brian.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you. Well, I understand with your work with the executive peer groups, you have an exercise called Best Team Ever.
I do.
Tell us about that and how it works.
I do. It's an awesome exercise. I like to do it with a strategic planning with an executive team or with any new team that is just starting, maybe like a government contracting, just won a big contract and they have a lot of new members they haven't worked together before. So here's the deal. You get in a room and I say, think back to the best team you were ever on. This goes all the way back to even your childhood. Could be a sports team, could be another business, could be anything. And then I said, just think about that. Immediately, people think about it, right? And I say, okay, so what were the traits of that team that made it so powerful and so memorable? And we'll just start listing all the traits from everybody's, okay? So first I go around the room and have everyone tell what their story is or what their best team is. Then go around the room and start throwing all the traits on the board. Two things here. One, everyone gets to learn from each other about what their best team ever was. And it's amazing. I find that, oh, I've been working with you for 10 years and I never knew you played soccer, you know, or something like that. Things like that. It's just crazy, right? So there's a bonding mechanism there too. But then more importantly is you have all the traits on the board or the flip chart. Then it's like, okay, for this company here now, which of these traits are you exhibiting? And which ones are you not exhibiting? So then we go through that exercise, we take a look at it, and it's like, why? Why can't this be your best team ever? Why don't we strive to make this your best team ever? So when I ask you this 5 years from now, you say right here, right now.
Right.
And it's very powerful and actually humbling. Everyone goes, yeah, why not? Why not? So, and I've had some companies, they'll take 3 or 4 of those words and say for the next quarter, let's really hammer on those traits and come back to their monthly meeting and say who exhibited those traits this quarter or this month or whatever. And so just, you know, and you carry it on for an entire year at least and just keep on telling stories and keeping it top of mind for everybody. And just gets everyone fired up.
Right, and so do you see over time they then rejig their teams to have those traits as they go on?
Well, self-awareness is the key, right? So it's like, yeah, why aren't we exhibiting these traits? Is there something holding us back, or what is it? And fix that, whatever that might be. And yes, you have to strive to that, and you have to be aware of it. And if you're aware of it, you do it, right? If you're thinking about it, you do it. And you just step up to it. But you have to stay, again, everything comes down to the executive, has to keep it every single meeting, bring it up on the agenda, and stay with it. Too often you have a strategic planning session or an exercise like this, and you talk about it, it's cool, and the next day it falls on the floor and you don't use it anymore. That's no good.
So, not to put you on the spot, but hey, to put you on the spot, what are say maybe the 3 or top 5 traits that you see?
Well, I'll give you, for instance, when I was in the military, I was at the White House Communication Agency. And that's still today the best team I was ever on.
Right.
And what made that the best team is, of course, the mission. We all had this goal of making sure we had all the communication working when the president and his staff showed up, kind of important. So we all knew what we had to get done. We all were cross-trained in each other's area. We at least knew a little bit in case that person went down, got sick, couldn't make the trip, got hurt, whatever. We still had to get the job done, right? So the backup would take over. It was all a can-do attitude. There was a lot of just sharing of knowledge, and we all just knew what had to be done.
Yeah, absolutely. So if people wanted to find out not only more about team exercises, but executive peer group coaching, how can they do that?
Send me an email at brian.roberts@vistagechair.com.
Thank you so much, Brian. Thank you for sharing that. It's a great story and great team exercise.
Thank you.
Thank you for watching Connect Live Show. If you'd like to be a guest on the show, please go to connectionhub.biz.